See? Roll. Okay. Okay. So we're all in our right spot right here on a Monday morning. And we're going to start actually with a high row. So we're going to pull the elbows, and you can put your hands loose in the straps to show if you want. You don't have to grip. If you just pull and let your collarbones open, and I want you to stay there for a breath. And then exhale, let it go forward. Let your head drop. Don't come into a big bow, just let your head drop. Good. And then inhale and exhale. Pull, stay there for that inhale. Expand and then exhale. Forward. Good. Yep. And 2 more times. Letting yourself pull your elbows a little bit wider even. That's it. Good. And then forward. So wider doesn't mean necessarily further back. It's literally trying to pull them straight out of the sides of your socket. Yeah. Good. No, don't move me. This is my spot. Where's Mark? I see her. She's like, this is my place. And now that she's done biting, she hasn't moved a smidge. She's... Oh, she's so funny. I love her. Where's Mark? I think he's her biggest fan. I know. We're going to pull the elbows in, now down low, and then press down, lift your whole spine up out of the front of your hips. Really let that space have some length. And then the arms come forward and we round again into a bow. This time maybe a little deeper. And then we pull the elbows in. Good. Inhale, exhale, press. See if you can lift up out of your hip sockets. Good. And then round into that bow. You guys keep going. I don't have my cameraman. And the second camera is not looking at the same exact thing that the first camera is. Let's see if that's any better. Oh yeah, now I'm on screen. Oops, where am I going? Oh, feel good. Good, and then last round. Good. Yeah, how's that feel? Hopefully it start to wake up the mid back a little bit. Stretch that upper back a little bit. So we're gonna hinge forward. So happy dog tails, arms long. Let your tail come up, 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 up. And the first one does not have to be deep. I want you to really just work on the length through the tail. Good. Now pull, think of the sternum and the head pulling in opposite directions. Hopefully you find that helps bring your ribs up without you having to consciously bring your ribs up. Yes, nice, Diana, good. And then come on up, opening those arms out wide, flip them over to their backhand, and then lift yourself into a swan, chest high. Good. Hands flip down, hinge forward again. Hold that moment in your hinge. See if you can pull your sacrum and your head away from each other and really feel the sacrum, right? Where is that little flat bone? Is it up? Is it curling down? Can you lift it more? Maybe you need to soften your knees in order to lift it more. Good. And then when you're ready, drive into those feet, lifting on up, flipping those hands into backhand, and nice big lift, turning on the mid back again. Good. Let's do one more. Some again? Of course, always. Oh, can you, yeah. Right. Can you shift your weight forward? Back here, yeah. Um, so coming forward, can you feel your balls of your feet hold you, catch you? Yeah, yes. Okay. Uh-huh. Yes. Okay. So, was there a question in there other than shifting your weight forward? What was the question? So some of it is, it's, this is going to sound funny, but remember how we talked last week a lot about that length through the heels? Reaching through the heels. So as you hinge here, if you reach through your heels, you keep on reaching as you shift your weight forward, right? Now I'm pretty far forward for me. I might fall down on my nose. But then what happens is you are going to have the ball of your foot down, but as well you're going to have the back side of you on alert in case it needs to flip you up. Like what if you're leaning down and looking into a pond and suddenly an alligator pops up? These muscles are going to, they're already ready, they're under tension. Does that make sense? Yeah, yeah. Oh, awesome, yeah. So, no apologizing. We all learn together. Questions are always good. So Diana, then if you shifted your weight forward there, and then keep reaching down through your heels. Yeah, and then see if your heels can try to pull down to the ground underneath, right? Make them come underneath the foot toward the ball of your foot. And then coming up, it's much clearer and easier for your body to find the glute and ham versus some of us will jerk up the back a little bit and then come up. It's like we're doing a body roll to come up, which is appropriate in some circumstances, not in Pilates class. Yeah, okay. So and Diana's feeling it one more time. Uh-huh. Yeah. And so you know what's happening there in that moment? Your body is tensing this whole anterior tib line. So, yeah, yeah. I think so, because if you're hanging back, like just hanging back off of here, like that, your tib line is now what's under tension to try to flip you forward. Yep. Okay. Well, there we go. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, Diana? Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I think it's great that you try it. I think it's great, right? We learn. The more we know, the more we have to choose from and what we want to do with our bodies. So No, no, because we're all this way. So let's bring our elbows into the waist. We're gonna have a seat in a squat. So then here, okay, we're in this squat. Same kind of idea. If you're way back in this squat, there's a point where your knees are in, hi puppies, where your knees are under tension, one way. And if I'm too far forward, then I'm putting a different kind of tension on them, right? The body really likes a nice middle space. So letting the tail pull back, but giving it support from your feet, like pushing your heel down under your foot, the ball of the foot will activate, right? But you'll have sort of a nice shortcut up to your butt. Can you feel that? And it should take tension out of your knees, even if you float too far back, even if you float a little too far forward. If you can keep that reaching, it keeps you in that nice little range of motion where there's less stress on the knee joint. Yeah, good. And that goes for all of us, not just Michelle. And so I want you to play with that a little bit. Find the heel, see if you can keep it with the toes, right? With the toes. As you rock forward, as you rock back, and notice how those two things will try to stop you from going too far either way. Yeah. Let's do one more. Good. So then at the bottom of this one, because you guys kept going, let's keep going with the idea then. We're here in our squat. Now let your slack go away, right? Now find your feet. Sorry, take the tension away. And then find your feet again. And now do the same thing. Try not to rely on your strap. And let yourself shift your weight forward and back 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 times. Seeing if you can stay connected to your feet and then come back up. And after a while, we'll do another set. How you feel. Quads are lifting, glute is on. Ham and glute are on. Do you get any of that sensation? Do another one. So come on in, release your slack, release into the slack. And then just stay connected to your feet as you shift. And it will change as you shift front and back, but the energy of you reaching into your toe and heels is an equal effort. Almost equal effort. As you go forward, you're gonna have to reach harder with more energy into the back of the foot. And as you go back, you'll have to reach with more energy into the front of the foot. But the intention is equal, I think. Does that make sense? The pressure will change just because you're throwing more load over one and the other. Yeah. You look like an expert skier. Do you downhill ski, Diana? Okay, that's what I thought. I suddenly... Yeah. All right, so let's have a little side movement. So we're just gonna step out to the side in a nice second position squat. Now hold that there. Find your feet, right? Get that heel down, get the ball of the foot down, good. And then just come back up to center. And then same thing other way. Coming on down. Find your feet. Good. Good, and if you can add a little press down to the side, so it's gonna lift up and lighten your center, should help pull you out of your hip socket, even though you're sitting, even though you're squatting. So here's me, I don't know if I can you can see it. Here's me sitting in my socket. Here's me lifting up out of my socket. So my pelvis hasn't changed, just what I've done with the energy in my body has changed, right? And that gives me so much more space in the joints. And I want the same for you. And so the pressing down of the hand should help us get that sensation of lifting out of the pelvis. The pelvis stays down, the feet are active still, but we're not lifting the pelvis, we're lifting out of it. Good, yeah. Good, and one more. Good, all right. So then I'm gonna go one more to my right. Good, then I'm going to hinge. So straighten the legs, hinge, pressing back. Now I'm pressing back, my weight's gonna be tempted to help push, right? We're gonna bring it forward a little bit. You should feel your abs lift up, and then we're just gonna rotate to the side. Big rotation as much as you can, opening up that top shoulder. Good. And then back to center, other side. And again, watch the sink. My butt is sinking way back. See if you can find your heels. Rotate, good. Back to center, good. And then unhinge up. Good. Yeah, simple. And then we're gonna do that again. Start from your plie. Straighten the legs, arms come out to the side and hinge. Good. And then rotate, shifting your weight. So see if you can shift it forward a little bit. Keep reaching into the heel. Good. And center. Shift it forward a little bit. Keep reaching into the heel. Good. One more each way. Good. And then unhinge. Good. And then plie. Yeah? Okay. So now we're going to change our feet a little bit. I'm going to my right. I'm going to bring my toes so they face a little forward. And then I'm going to bend into a skater, pushing my hands to the side. Come all the way back to center. That's it. Push to the side. And then back to center. That's it. So as you're pushing, same idea. I can push and throw my weight at my thigh, or I can stay long and let my muscles do the work, right? That's it, yep. So just two hands pushing like that, Deshelle. There you go, yeah. Good. Yeah. And one more. Good. All right. And then let's stay over there in that push. Good. We're going to take your left leg, bend it under, pivot, and now here you are, la la, in a nice windmill. We're only going to do one hand, the back hand. The other hand is holding steady down low. Bring it back over the top. Good, unpivot. So you're pivoting both feet here because remember you started in skater, so your foot's forward. So one foot pivots on the heel, the other foot pivots on the toe. Yeah? Pivot on the heel and the toe. That's it. There you go, Diana. Good. Yeah, Deshelle, good. So you should be ending in that skater. Let your spine come upright. Back into that skater squat. Good. Let's do one more. That's it. Good. Yeah. And then all the way back to home. That was awesome, you guys. That is hard to do for so many people. This turn on the feet, with one on the toe and one in the heel. And you guys like, oh, okay, I can do that. It's just fun to have capable movers. It's very nice. I feel so lucky. Okay, so let's come back into that plie. Now we're going to your left. All right, and then hands reach out, tail lifts up. Good, and then we're gonna do that same twist. Now, I started, when we went to the right, I started opening to my left first. Now that we're going to the left, I'm gonna start opening to the right first, which I didn't do on that first one. Shifting your weight a little forward, that's gonna make your abs have to kick on and keep you from falling on your nose. You could think of it as a weird version of a floating plank, right? Because that's sort of what you're doing. You have no support other than your strap. You're stretching that tail out. You're trying to stay connected to your heels. Good. So 2 each way, come back up. Plie, soften the knees, and then come back up and do it again. Again, start, if you're going to your left, you're going to start to your right. With 2 on each side. Maybe 3 on each side, because you guys are such thinkers. And so Diana, in that direction, shift your hips to your right. There you go. Keep push. Yes. Yeah, you keep that left foot pushing you to the right. Oh, push, push, push over. There you go, there you go, there you go. Nice. And then in that direction, Deshelle, also let your left hip push you to the right. Or let your left foot do it. Let your left foot do it. It's going to push the ground away and your hip will shift to the right. That was the cutest thing. You're like, yes, it shifted. Sorry, that was just so cute. Your reaction, like looking all around at you. Yes. Oh, yeah, right? Where am I? Oh, yeah. That's okay, right? That's what you guys have me for. To help you watch all the parts. Because it's a lot. We got a lot of body parts. So let's go into our skater press. So I'm going to come back to center. Come back into parallel feet and then stepping out to the side with that push. So remember, skaters should look like a squat from the side, right? This side of me is squatting. Yeah. Not warrioring, which when the knee is out to the side. There you go. Diana, this left shoulder, get it ready. Right? This is the left one. Yeah, there you go. Let it help pull. Yeah, good. Good. And I see 2 more. Good. Good, and then the next one will stay there. And then we're gonna pivot, right? Pivot on both feet. So the bent knee has the heel pivot, the back foot has the toe pivot, and then we take just the back arm, the one that's farthest from your mount, into your windmill. And then back over. Good. And then pivot back into skater. So one leg is in lunge, one leg is extended. That's it. Good. So not warrior, right? Both knees should end up facing forward toward your mount. Pivot away. Whoa. Nice control. Good. Good. All the way back to your, yep, that's it. Good. Good, yep, and then come back to home. Good, okay. How do we feel? Good? Okay, so I want to wake up our biceps a little bit. So we're gonna flip around, back to the mount. Standing tall, so the arms are behind you. Good, and then you're just gonna give me a small bicep curl, right? This is that low back bicep with the arms behind you. And then here I'm purposely doing it not so great. I'm doing two things. One, I'm just sort of hanging off my straps, and then the other one, my ribs are just unchecked. So I'm not sure if that's visible, but I want us all to see if we can get, again, connected to our feet and then lift up out of the front of you, right? If the front of you is lifting along with the back, it should help hopefully bring your ribs back where they belong. And then do it again. And then you might notice that your, even though you are long and lifted through here, it's gently on. TVA is on. Your hip flexor is gently on alert, kind of like your glutes can be, yeah? It's not that you're never going to use those muscles. We just want them in the right amounts. There you go, good. Yep, really get your, yes, that's better, Diana. Whatever you did, you just fixed it mid curl. That's it, good. And one more. Nice, good. All right, then we're gonna bring those fists in. Take a nice breath, exhale, push forward, hold your ground. Oh, I'm too far away from me today. Good, that's it. Nice, all right, and then into floating plank, up onto tiptoes. Good, and then right away we're gonna sit back into our Superman squat. So pulling that booty back as far as you can. You're only on the toes. Good, coming back up. Feel a little length through the front of your hips and out the back of the upper back, going straight up through your head. And then come back down again. On those toes. Feel your length, hold. Hopefully that glute will turn on. Good, that's it. Two more. That's it, find that length through the front. There you go, lovely, good. And one more. Good. Yes. All right. Then come down into your little Pilates, your Superman squat again. Now you're going to take one step forward, stay on the balls of your feet. Good. The foot that stepped forward, pull that elbow back. Good. And then push, twist. And push, twist. We should feel the back foot strong, pushing us forward. Good. Just one more on each side. This is a warm-up for something that's coming. Good. Hands come back. Step back into your Superman squat. Get your equilibrium. and then all the way tall. Put your heels down, float to home. Bring your arms in, good. And then press out, float forward, good. Up onto tiptoes, Superman squat, and then the other foot is gonna step forward, and then back, good. And then forward again. Whoa, come on, get your job going, ankles. That's it. Good. If you feel warmer, you're working your soleus, our little friend. That's our heart helper. Good. All right. And then let's stay forward. Good. And then you're going to bring one arm back and then the other arm back. Keep pushing with that back foot. Feel the ball of the toe and the big toe. That's it. Use them together. Good. Is your tail still pulling back? Yep. So instead of letting your butt start pushing you forward and then it becomes your low back, what if your butt's working in its longest position here? Or pretty long position in that nice big open space. Good. Good. Last one on each side. Good. And then both arms forward. Step back into your Superman squat. Good. And then all the way up tall. Whoa, ribs on. Good. And then heels down. Good. All right. And then come back to home. How are we doing? Okay. Good. Good. Okay, good. So those shins, yeah? So in that position, they are decelerating you, just like sometimes your hams and glutes have to decelerate. When you're pushing, they're deciding if they need to let you bend your ankle all the way or not. those front muscles. Okay, so I want to have us pick up hand weights, something pretty heavy. You will be carrying it and you will be lifting it to your side. Most of us can lift to our side more than we think. So I'm going to use what I would probably almost normally use for my legs and hips. Yeah. And then it's your choice whether you want to hold one strap or two. And of course, you're always welcome to change your mind, right? As we move. See how you feel. See how I feel. So as we're holding our weight, I'm just going to give you a quick little reminder. My shoulder tends to do this. It's rounding forward and sitting in my pec as I hold that weight. Instead, we really want to pull open, so now it's on the side of me instead of down here. Yeah, it's sitting up on its rack where it belongs. Yes. Okay, so I have my weight in my left hand and the strap in my right hand. We'll be lunging forward with, did I say that right? Strap is on the right, lunging forward with the right foot. With the right foot. So we're gonna push as we lunge. Good, come back up. Yep, that's it. And push as we lunge. And then come back up. Good. And use that back foot to really push you there. So we're not just following the left foot, the one that has your weight side, the weighted side. Let it push you forward. So just like on a reformer, perhaps the back foot is on the stable standing bar and trying to push your carriage away with the back leg, not the front one. Good. Good. And one more. We're going to stay there. Good. And then bring your arm in. Let it come down to your side. You're going to hinge here. Good. And then you're going to pull your weight right up to your rib cage. So you're still in that. Yep, that's it. Good. That's right. Just going up and down. Just feeling it up and down. Because then you're going to add the opposite arm. So, actually, pardon me, then you're going to add rotation first. So you're going to pull up, look up toward that elbow, come back down, look over toward your other shoulder. So front view, I'm looking like this. Yeah, that sort of a motion. Good. And then you're going to add that opposite arm motion. So as the weight comes up, you're going to push forward with your spring hand. Bring that arm back as you look over your shoulder. Yep. Push forward. Bring that arm back. And we should start to notice our glute on the right, on the spring side. Yes, can you feel that guy? Okay. Good. That's it. Good. You okay, Diana? Okay. All right, last one then. Good. All right, and then bring yourself back upright and then step to home. Good. So let your weight go down. Get to go somewhere in here. Yes. So I'm going to remind you on the next set to see if you can stay lifted out of your joints a little bit. So instead of going, oh, I'm tightening on my joints, I'm loading them all, instead give them a little space. Where could you lift your kneecap? Could you lift your torso out of that pelvis, out of the hip socket? All right. So now the weight is in my right and the strap is in my left. Finding my height again, and then gonna step forward and punch with that left hand, right? Just easy push, and then come back in. That's it. Using the back foot to push, and you should notice how much easier it is to lift or create space in the joints when you're helping with the foot. So if I don't, I immediately can feel myself flexing the pelvis forward. If that back foot pushes, then I have a little air, a little room. Yeah, no, we're just stepping back and forth because I'm watching you move. I'm busy watching you move. And then, because we're not taking a giant step yet, what if you try landing on your heels? Yeah, there you go. Good. Especially since you have the support of the strap, you can go a little slower and find that heel and then push with the back foot forward. Good. All right. Then we're going to hold that one. Bring your hand back in so it's just resting back behind you. Hinge. Good. You're still in your little lunge, right? Still in your little lunge. Good. And then you're just going to pull the weight up to your side. Just pull it right up to your ribs. Right now we're just staying centered. That's it. Good. That's it. Again, what if you can find space here? What if you can open up the front of your hip? At least on the back leg side. See if you can get that sensation of pulling out there or lengthening your sacrum. Because then You have it probably 60-40 front foot. Yep. Back foot is, because back foot is pushing you, right? Back foot is pushing. Okay, are you ready to add that rotation? So now you look up. We better hurry, okay. Look over that shoulder.